oddity in that we're one of the few fly angling families that moved from the West back to the Midwest, trying to seek out something just a little bit different. We settled on the Driftless area simply because a gentleman that I grew up fishing with, I've known him for 15, 16 years now. I was born and raised in south central Minnesota. We'd always sit down and have the conversation of, if you were to go anywhere in basically the world and open a fly fishing shop, a guide service, a lodge, whatever it may be, what would be your top 5 places? And really when you weeded out the goofy spots like Tasmania or some hidden place in New Zealand, Wisconsin was always, the Spring Creek specifically in Wisconsin, were always in the top 2 or 3. When my wife and I were sitting down at our dinner table in New Mexico and trying to do the life plan, I mentioned Wisconsin, and then of course the first reaction was, Wisconsin, why the heck would I want to move there? After a couple of visits we came down, and it's a really funky town, it's a really cool place down here, and we just started driving around and looking at waters, just stopping at bridges, looking over and going, wait a minute, that's a fish, that's a fish, that's a fish. And after a couple of months of doing some research and finding the right spot, everything just kind of fell into place, and the shop was open, and we're here 5 years later now, and very happy. In terms of the gear we carry here at the Driftless Angler, we have to have a little bit of a different philosophy. Since we're a destination shop that focuses on Spring Creek fishing only, we have to think of things a little bit differently. Instead of full chest waders, we have more pant waders, a full line of pant waders in the store. Our fly selection is catered specifically to our waters and to our hatches with, instead of fully hackled flies, we have more low-riding patterns. Not only do we have a line of custom flies and fly tying material to tie local favorites such as the pink squirrel, we've also got the t-shirt. In terms of rods, we don't necessarily go for the fast action long rods. We prefer shorter rods with a little bit more flex to them. Specifically, we carry a full line of fiberglass fly rods from Scott, from Thomas & Thomas, and a couple of other different companies. This is an example of one of Scott's new fiberglass rods, a 7-foot 3-weight modern fiberglass rod that's really tailor-made to fish our small creeks. Very, very accurate and can lay down line very gently on the water. We also carry a full line of women's clothing. We find it important. We have a lot of women customers, and my wife, being the co-owner of the shop, we're one of the few shops that you'll actually find a full selection of women's waders, wading boots, and clothing as well. The best thing about the Driftless area is, with all the conservation efforts through various groups, specifically Trout Unlimited and the Wisconsin DNR, the good old days are right now. This is the best fishing, the best trout fishing they've ever had in the Driftless area, and because of the conservation efforts that are ongoing, it's only going to get better in the next few years.